Hello, I'm Ryan Manning, and I'm going to talk about distracted driving. In my home state of Florida, distracted driving and driving in general is a massive problem. 650 car accidents happen every day in the state of Florida. And it's the reason distracted driving is such a problem is because people don't feel it is a problem. People don't understand that texting and driving is a problem. People don't feel that using this or behind the wheel is a danger to others. To prove this, you could just go to the zebra and look at their poll on distracted driving. Only 53.8% of Americans believe that texting and driving impairs your ability to drive. That is a massive problem, and it starts with a lack of education at our local and federal governments on texting and driving and distracted driving. On October 1st of 2019, Florida passed a law and started using it. It made texting and driving and distracted driving in school and work zones a secondary offense. That is a great step in the right direction. But the people that truly care about this issue are not fully satisfied. What happens after the first, second, third, fourth time you do this? When will true action be taken? When will small fines and warnings lead to very big fines and suspension of licenses? These are the kinds of actions that need to be taken place to truly help stop texting and driving. When there is a consequence for people's action, people will stop. We could see that texting and driving and distracted driving, especially due to cell phones, are a major problem. This is from the California Highway Safety and Patrol, and it's just a chart they made to compare California drivers in San Diego to the rest of the United States. We could see in 2007, it started off, especially that was a big cell phone boom, started off a little higher, and then it dipped down, and then right around the 2013-2014, when it seemed like everybody had an iPhone, everybody had a smartphone, it shot right back up again because there was a massive ability to text and drive very easily. You no longer had to press a button 3 times to get a letter. All you had to do was pick up your phone and start texting. All the letters were right there. Everything was right there for you. You could look up anything you wanted, and that's what we see there. So in Florida, we need actions like what we see happening across the country in a few states like Alabama, where drivers aged 16 and 17 who have held licenses for less than 6 months have a cell phone ban. Because a lot of the problems come from the youth with this texting and driving because they are the most used to it. They are the first generation to grow up with only knowing this. In Florida, in a state that accounts for 47% of pedestrian deaths, according to Lauren Lozala of WTS Tampa Bay, we can't just be putting in secondary offenses for distracted driving in work zones and distracted driving in school zones. There's too much potential for innocent children and innocent construction workers and workers to be hurt or even killed. 36,120 people died in a car or a car-related death in 2019. That is terrible, and we need to stop it. We start stopping by giving more funding to education, more funding to driver's ed, and more funding and attention to stopping this. We need better laws implemented, heavier fines, and a little better penalties. I'm not saying send somebody to jail for texting and driving, but there needs to be true consequences. Like in some states, you see license suspensions for short periods of time, or community service or driver's ed. in a state that is one of the most dangerous to be a driver. We need more action. Thank you.